right, let's go ahead and start laying on the ground on your back. Hug the knees into the chest. Just rock gently side to side, allowing yourself to feel yourself unwinding. Feel that sense of time and space. Breathe deep into your belly. And exhale, let it go. Do it a few more times. Just making room for yourself. Arms out to the side. Inhale, exhale, slowly lower the knees over to the left about halfway. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, knees slowly over to the right about halfway. Inhale back to the center. Just going to repeat this unwinding as we do this gentle dynamic twisting to unwind the nervous system, unwind stress from your nerves, your spinal cord, unwind noise, unwind clutter. Let this gentle twist be a way to free your spinal nerves, the nerves that run up and down your spinal cord, just to give them some more room to communicate. A little bit more space in there. This time, as you allow your legs now to move closer and closer to the ground on each twist, start to begin to feel those diagonal lines moving through the body from your left knee to your left hand, moving diagonally. And then because you're twisting, it's going to be a diagonal. Your right knee to your right hand. As your right knee goes to the left, take your arm over the head. So now you're in a loose fetal position laying on your left side. Right arm comes up and over the head, bring you back to the center, knees back to the center, and then exhale, knees over to the right. And then from that diagonal, feel your left arm coming back. So you're laying on a loose fetal position on your right side. Then inhale your left arm over your head, and then the knees will follow. So knees lead, feel that diagonal, move your arm over the top of the head into a loose fetal position, condensing, and then inhale, expanding as you take the body up and over. And then once again, knees to the right, left arm over the top, laying on your right side, inhale up and over the head. And then just hug the knees into the chest one more time. Feet flat on the floor, knees to the ceiling. Inhale, arms over the head, about 5 or 6 counts. Exhale, arms down by the side, about 5 or 6 counts. Feel the sense of that space inside your spine, from tail all the way up your back, your spine, your spinal cord, into the base of your skull, spreading through the roundness of your brain. Allowing your brain and your head to be relaxed as your arms dynamically move up and down. Allowing the arms to feel that fluid pump moving up and down, of that fluid moving up and down your spine. Now leave your arms over your head. Inhale. Exhale, take your tailbone, sacrum, and maybe up to your rib cage, up, and then inhale back down. So I'm just going to move that pelvis up and down now. You can start as small as pelvic tilts or take it into baby bridges. Exhale up with the hips and then inhale down. Letting it again lengthen now the spine from the tail all the way up the sacrum into the lower back, maybe to the base of the ribs, and then back down. Again, allowing this to open up the spinal nerves, creating space for yourself, your perceptions, making room for yourself in your life. that sense of letting go of what's no longer serving through the legs. And then stay up on your exhale and breathe in here. And as you exhale, feel a sense of letting go through the feet. Don't do what I'm doing unless you want to. I have a cramp in my hamstring there. Inhale. And then exhale, allow that energy to move through the balls of your feet, big toe ball mount, little toe ball mount, and the center of your heel. Inhale, fill up the spine, exhale, down the spine, out the feet. One more time, inhale. Exhale, down the legs. And then inhale, release your hips down to the ground. And then exhale, arms back down, and just take a moment and feel. Roll over onto your side, come onto all fours. Little asymmetrical chakravakrasana today, so take your right leg back up, your right knee back about 2 or 3 inches. Inhale from that tail, again, feel that sense of space through the spinal column. And then exhale, feel your tail and sit bones and pubic bone moving back towards your heels, creating space for yourself. Inhale up. And then exhale, slide it back. Repeat that a few more times. Timing the breath with the body. Giving yourself time and space to get honest with your capacity, your body, your mind, and also those non-physical aspects of you. Be welcome. Get honest with, maybe my physical body has a lot of capacity, but maybe my emotional body doesn't have much right now. Maybe my emotional body has tons of capacity, but maybe my mental body doesn't have much right now. Knowing that capacity goes through all of your layers, all of your koshas, all of your bodies. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, the legs come back to symmetrical. So moving my right knee up about 2 inches. And just take there and just allow your body, give it the time and space to learn what it needs to know about what just happened. And slide your left knee back about an inch or 2 and inhale forward. And then exhale, slide it back. Repeat that a few more times. Timing breath with body. You can chant silent Om on your inhale and silent Om on your exhale if you like. Or if you're in a place where you'd like to chant Om out loud on your exhale, go for it. It's pretty powerful and pretty awesome results. Especially if your mind or body feels like it's scattered or overwhelmed. Chanting Om on exhale can be very focusing, also very eliminative, and very quieting if you've got a lot of noise in there. Physical, mental, emotional noise. One more. Come back up, legs back to symmetrical. Curl the toes under. Inhale up and then exhale, slide both hips back, stretching out the bottoms of the feet. I'm actually pressing into my arms and hands here a little bit. Feeling a little resistance, welcoming the resistance, and inhale back up. And one more time, exhale, slide the hips back, stretching out the bottoms of the feet. And then inhale up. And then exhale, slide into, toes are curled under, into down dog. Inhale back to fours. Keep the toes curled under as you slide back to child's pose. Inhale up. And then exhale into down dog. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, fours. Exhale, slide back. Inhale up. Exhale, stay in down dog now. Inhale about 4 or 5 counts in. Exhale 4 or 5 or 6 counts out. For that breath, moving up and down the spine. Creating space for yourself. Honesty with self. Inhale, right leg up into three-legged. Open the hips now, opening that space between your inner thighs. You can take the leg back behind you, square the hips off, and then drop your right hip down just a little bit. So it's your right hip's lower than your left. Feeling some action probably in your left hip, your left hamstring. Square the hips back up, so lift that right hip so now your hips are more even. Stay there, and if you want to challenge yourself and give yourself something else to help focus you by doing a harder move with your body, you can try to lift your left arm off the floor. And then bring your left hand down and your right leg through to the lunge. One of my favorites, peeling that back foot off all the way. And this time sliding either back to the lunge or straightening that front leg, opening up the back of your front leg. Inhale forward, so that flow all the way from toe to head, and exhale, head to hips. So I'm feeling my toe through my spine to my head, then I'm sending that energy from my head into my hips and tail. It'll also drip down that left leg and that right leg. So feet to head, and then head to tail, then the limbs. One more time. And stay there. Use blocks to support yourself to stretch out your hamstring. Breathe in here. If you need blocks underneath your hands, please do so. From here, spin the feet so they're facing the long edge of the mat. Bend your right leg and then inhale, right arm up into the twist. That space in your spine. Allowing yourself to let go through the legs. Release your right arm down, slide it behind, slide it between your legs. So I'm going to take my right arm and wrap it through the center and then around the outside. So my right hand's around the outside of my right foot. Breathing now into that, leaning in to my right arm. So I could lift my left arm off here if I wanted to. I don't have to, depending on what your body's doing. But I'm really allowing my right leg to be on top of my right upper arm here. And then spin around to the front. Now I've still got my leg over my arm. My right leg still over my right arm. Breathing here, letting my right arm and leg move away from my center line, opening up the front of my left hip, front of my left thigh. For those of you that would like to, you can pick up that right foot off the ground. And you can even take it further forward if you want to take it into an arm balance here. I don't know if I can. Don't have enough room. I don't have enough room in my room. And then come down. Play around with your hips a bit. And then slide back into down dog. Take a moment, come to fours. Sit back on your heels. Hands behind, open the collarbones. Get a breath of fresh air. So you inhale, and then exhale, draining out through your sit bones, your tailbone, your pubic bone. And then come forward into child's pose for a moment. Empty the mind, the body will follow. Empty the body, the mind will follow. Your arms behind you, clasp them. Bring them up and over the head, opening up your shoulders. And then inhale, bring the whole body up. Open the chest. And exhale, take it back over. Release the arms down. Let all that tension drain into the mat. And inhale, come back to fours. And exhale, slide back into down dog. Lift the left leg up. You can open the hips. Feel that big sense of space in the body. Squaring the hips off. Feel that length from your heel all the way to your top of your head. And drop your left hip down lower than your right hip. Feeling a lot of action, most likely, at least I am, in my right outer right hip and the back of my right leg. Now raise that left hip so now the hips are more level. Get that weight moving evenly between my right foot and my left hand as I pick up my right hand off the floor. Oops, or fall down. And then release the right hand. And then bring that left leg through to the lunge. Peeling through the feet. And then sliding, lifting the hips up as you go back. So inhale, swing it forward, tail to head. Exhale, head to tail. Feet to tail to head. Head to tail to feet. Using the breath to propel you forward and back. And then stay back, opening up your left hamstring, the back of your left leg. And when place your left foot on the floor, spin the feet. They're facing the long edge of the mat, facing the other direction. Bend your left leg, right hand on the ground. Inhale, left arm up into the twist. Again, feeling the spine, that space in your spine, the freedom of your spine. And release your left hand down. Take the left hand through between the legs. Wrap it around the outside of your left foot. And just begin to bend your left leg. You can setting your left thigh on top of your left upper arm. Go ahead and open up your right inner thigh here. Bring your right toes more to the ceiling. Sinking down and getting some inner thigh action. Like getting a lot of contact in that arm and leg on your left side. Now, if you've got sensitive wrists, this is not going to be fun for you probably. So change the pose as you need to feel what you would like to be feeling. But don't make your wrists hurt here, okay? Or your knees or anything else. It's not about finding pain. It's about finding relief. And now allow that leg to stay over your left leg to stay over the top of your left arm as you spin towards the short edge of your mat. So now you're back where you were. You can just stay here in this pose as I move my left leg and arm away from my pubic bone, my right thigh away from my pubic bone, opening up my groins in this way. Also getting some quadricep or the front of my right thigh, some stretch there. And then feel free, if you like, to take it into the arm balance start by picking up that left leg. It kind of does go out to the side a bit for most people, unless you can do the splits. And then, oops, I just don't feel like I have the room. I feel like I'm going to knock myself into blocks and microphones. And you got to feel safe. You got to feel like there's room for you, just like we need to feel like there's room for ourselves in our lives. By creating healthy boundaries and knowing what we need, really knowing our capacity. Is this in my capacity today? Maybe so. For a second. Ouch, that hurt. And down. And then come back, pressing into down dog. Walk your feet and hands together. For uttanasana, go ahead and clasp the outsides of your upper arms and allow your upper body to hang. Feel free to bend your knees, soften whatever you need to find a way of finding some relief in your spinal cord and your ribs and your breathing and your brain to relax. Now play with lifting and spreading the toes. Lift and spread them as you move them to the ground. Just start with playing with your feet and then squishing your toes, crunching them into the mat and lifting them. Just play with that idea of massaging and kneading your mat with your toes. You can move up into your body and then bend your knees. Inhale, arms out to the side, come up to a flat back. I'm resting my ribs on my tops of my thighs here. Your body may not be able to do that, but it will do something where you feel a little bit of support. And then inhale, really bringing that space up with your arms up to standing. Exhale, float the arms down, clasp the hands behind you, open those collarbones. And then exhale, release, stand, close eyes and feel. Great. Let's go ahead and step back to the back. We'll do just a couple little sun salutes here. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, take it all the way down into the squat. Inhale, walk out to fours. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg comes through to warrior one. Exhale, soften shoulders, sink hips. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, flat back forward over that front leg, Uttanasana. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, half push-up or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or low cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to fours. Exhale, walk your hands back to the squat, malasana. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, flat back forward. Grab the big toes or slide the hands up the shins. Inhale, up to flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, come back down. And then inhale, roll up. And exhale, hands to the heart in prayer. Once again, other side. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, sink down through the root into malasana. Inhale, walk the hands back to fours, out to fours. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg comes through to warrior one. Exhale, soften shoulders, sink hips. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, lengthen out and over, Parsvottanasana. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, lower down chaturanga, knees, chest, chin, or half push-up. Inhale, up dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to fours. Exhale, walk your hands back to malasana. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, lengthen out and over, uttanasana. Inhale up, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana, half Uttanasana. Exhale, back down. And then inhale all the way up. Hands to the heart in prayer. Great. Inhale, float arms up. Exhale, sink all the way back down. Walk your hands back out to fours. Exhale, down dog. Place your forearms onto the floor for dolphin pose. And breathe. For those of you that are getting plenty right here, just stay there. For those of you who'd like a little bit more, lift your right leg up and peel all the way to the tippy tiptoe on that left foot. And peel up and down a few times. And then release your right leg down. Take a break if you need to. When you're ready, you'll take your left leg up and peel up and down. About 3-ish times. And then come back down. Feel free to go up into a forearm balance here if you like, or just stay where you are, or if you're done, come to child's pose. A few more breaths. Then everyone come on down and take it into child's and take a moment and let all that drain into the earth. And come on out. And let's roll over onto your back. Inhale, hips and arms up for dynamic bridge. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. Stay there. Exhale, either keep the arms over the head or exhale the arms down. You can walk your upper arms together. Clasp your hands into bridge. If you'd like to make it even a little bit more challenging, take your hands and hold the fronts of your shins. What is your capacity? Being really honest with yourself right here, right now. And release. Hips down. Take a moment in constructive rest. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Bring it in for through the whole pose. Inhale 5 or 6. Exhale 5 or 6. Allow that breath to move up and down your spine. Feeling that fluid pump, that circulation, that freedom of that center line. Opening myself up to knowing my capacity physically, mentally, emotionally, vibrationally. Stay there, or if you'd like to, go ahead and cradle that right leg, hugging the foreleg more towards the chest. Again, what is your physical, mental, and emotional capacity for this pose? And then straighten the leg up. You can use a strap here. Opening up the back of your right leg, that hamstring. Steady the breath. Lengthening the spine. Shoulders are relaxed here. It's not about grabbing and pushing and yanking. It's about how can I find that presence to reflect my current capacity. And then go ahead and take your right leg out to the side, opening through your inner thigh. Again, stay there. The leg might be bent, or you can take your left hand over your head. And then release that leg down along the ground to meet the other leg and take a moment. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Bring it in for through the whole pose. Again, what is your capacity on this side? It may not match the first side. That breath moving up and down the spine. It's not about having tense shoulders. It's not about jerking or yanking yourself into a position. It's about being where you are, as you are, in support of where you are. I find it a lot easier to move somewhere else if I feel supported where I am. When I feel supported where I am, I can feel like I have space to choose to stay where I am or to move from there, to move from where I am. And when moving in that space, it's more relaxed. I feel less pressure. I don't have to move, but I can. If you'd like to cradle that left foreleg to your chest, depending on what's going on with this side of your body. And then straighten your left leg up. Again, this is not about tight shoulders or tight jaw. It's about nice long spine. You strap here, feel your free to bend your left knee, of course. Steady the breath. And if you'd like to take your left leg out to the side, opening through your inner thigh, and just stay there, leg can be bent. Use a strap or take your right arm over. Holding my left foot with my right hand over my head. And release your leg down along the ground beneath the other leg. Feel free to rest in Shavasana. Hands can be on your belly, out to the side, or wherever they feel comfortable. And just watch the rise and fall of your belly. Breathing in what is nourishing and exhaling what is excess. What don't I have the capacity for right now? Physically, let that go. Mentally, let that go. Emotionally, let that go. What is extra for me? Extraneous. What is essential? Breathe in what's essential. And exhale the extra. And stay there basking in yourself as long as you like. If you're ready, inhale, take a deep breath in. And exhale, and just gently wiggle your fingers and toes a little bit to find the edges of your brand new physical, mental, emotional, and vibrational bodies. Slowly rolling your head side to side, feeling that spacious, soft, relaxed brain. And eventually rolling onto one of your sides into a loose fetal position. Staying there as long as you like. When you're ready, push yourself up into a comfortable seat just for a moment. Tune in with who you are, what you're doing here. Loving you, loving yourself, loving your capacity, acknowledging, getting really honest with what that is right here, right now, because that's the right here, right now you've got. I'm willing to work within my capacity today. I'm willing to let that be okay. Thank you so much for joining me. It's my honor and my privilege to share these times, these teachings with you. Namaste.